Look, wait, before you go out and buy a Tesla in 2026, there is something you seriously need to know. Tesla still looks like the absolute future of driving. I mean, it's fast, it's quiet, it's packed with technology, and it can completely change the way you think about driving on a daily basis.
But is a Tesla really the perfect car for absolutely everyone? Well, not so fast. There are some incredible reasons to buy one for sure, but there are also a few things that could definitely make you regret your decision. So today, let's take a serious look at Tesla in 2026. We're going to dive into what makes these cars so incredibly popular, what might actually disappoint you, and whether a Tesla is actually worth your money.
Section 1. Welcome to the future. Rethinking the modern vehicle.
You know, Tesla didn't just build electric cars. They kind of completely changed what people expect from a vehicle. Instead of a traditional gasoline engine, a transmission, and a complicated exhaust system, you get this highly streamlined electric powertrain with far fewer moving parts. That means no traditional oil changes, no gasoline engine maintenance, and no regular trips to the gas station. If you set it up right, your daily routine can become drastically simplified.
Section 2. Power and performance. The Model Y and Model 3.
Let's move from the concept to the actual cars that are making a lot of sense for American buyers right now, starting with the Model Y. It perfectly combines the practicality of an SUV with more than 300 miles of EPA estimated range. But if you choose the performance version, oh man, things get seriously interesting. We are talking 3.3 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Just think about that for a second. 3.3 seconds in an SUV. That is literally sports car territory, but you're getting it from a highly practical electric vehicle that can easily carry your family and your cargo.
But hey, what if you just don't need a big SUV? Well, then you look at the Model 3. It's lower, it's aerodynamic, it's highly efficient, and it's available with some truly impressive performance. If you snag the performance model here, it hits 0 to 60 in a ridiculously quick 2.9 seconds. I mean, 2.9! You could drive this extremely efficient car to work all week long as your daily commuter and still have more than enough performance to make your weekend drives incredibly exciting.
Section 3. The charging routine. Keeping the battery alive. Now, this is the big question every single EV buyer eventually asks. What happens when the battery gets low? Well, if you have a home charger, the ideal scenario is just incredibly simple. Step 1, you get home. Step 2, you plug the car in. Step 3, you literally just go to sleep. And step 4, you wake up with a fully charged vehicle. Most of your daily charging just happens right there in the background while the car sits in your garage. And for longer distances, Tesla has built this massive fast-charging supercharger network that makes road trips so much easier.
But, and this is a big but, your experience depends heavily on where you live. On one side, we have the ideal setup, a house with a garage and super convenient home charging. An EV is just incredibly easy to live with here. But on the other side, we have the challenging reality of apartment living, where you might depend entirely on public chargers. If you're in that second group, you really must think carefully about your charging routine before committing to an EV. It changes the experience completely.
Section 4. Tech and touchscreens inside the Tesla ecosystem.
Stepping inside the car, the technology goes way beyond just the electric motor. Now, one feature that gets a massive amount of attention is full self-driving supervised. But we need to bust a major myth right here and now. This does not mean the vehicle is completely autonomous. You still have to pay attention, you still have to be ready to take control, and you are still 100% responsible for the vehicle at all times. If you're hoping to just sit back, fall asleep, and let the car drive you anywhere, yeah, that's simply not how the system works. The tech is definitely impressive, but the driver still has a very important responsibility. Also, Tesla's whole approach to the interior is very different from a traditional car. You get this massive central touchscreen, connected services, and over-the-air updates that honestly make the car feel more like a constantly evolving gadget. But that minimalist interior, it isn't perfect for everyone. There are basically no physical buttons and no traditional dashboard. For tech lovers, it feels super modern and exciting, but if you prefer conventional controls, it can be incredibly frustrating. I highly recommend you actually sit inside a Tesla and test the touchscreen controls yourself before you buy. Section 5. Real-world limitations, range and maintenance facts.
Okay, we really need to clarify the facts surrounding real-world driving. Those EPA estimated range numbers, they are exactly that, just estimates. Your actual range is going to fluctuate based on a bunch of real-world conditions. Cold weather and low temperatures reduce battery efficiency. High-speed highway driving drains it a lot faster. Aggressive acceleration and heavy cargo weight will definitely drag it down. And of course, the car cat animation. Yep. But seriously, All of these are practical elements you absolutely need to account for when planning a road trip.
Then there's the reality of maintenance. Now, yes, the EV powertrain definitely has fewer moving parts compared to a complex gas engine and exhaust, but is it Tesla completely maintenance-free? Absolutely false. While it's awesome that you get to skip the routine oil changes, you are still absolutely going to spend money servicing your tires, brakes, suspension components, and fluids. It's really just a different type of maintenance, not an elimination of it.
Section 6. The final verdict. Is Tesla right for you?
So after looking at the power, the charging reality, and all that tech, a Tesla is an incredibly strong choice if you love instant acceleration, if you crave that modern evolving tech, and crucially, if you can comfortably charge at home. The Model Y is a spectacularly practical SUV, and the Model 3 is just a fantastic daily driver. But at the end of the day, the best car is the one that actually fits your lifestyle. Please do not buy one simply for the badge. It could be a genuine mistake if you absolutely hate touchscreens, lack convenient home charging, or regularly drive extreme distances. You really need to assess your actual daily driving distances first.
So, before you spend your hard-earned money, make sure the Tesla you're looking at is actually the right fit for you. Now, I want to turn it over to you. Looking at all of this, would you choose the Model 3, the Model Y, stick with a traditional gas car, or go with something completely different? Let us know down in the comments. We're going to keep a close eye on everything happening in the rapidly changing market, tracking the new models, the tech updates, and yes, for sure, we'll keep a close eye on that CarCat animation too. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and we will see you on the next one.